Holly, I'm curious if you'll let me borrow like 1,000,000 bells, please.
But like,
I said borrow. I said borrow. So
I
stop
don't
with it.
even know how to make that amount,
Listen,
let alone lend it.
first off, you have a real attitude about you already. Like I'm asking to borrow. I'm not asking to keep.
Okay, but how do I make it first?
All right, let's talk about this. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. We're back yet again. Second week. Here we go. Breaking bells. Here with Holly. Check her out. Do all that good stuff. Do everything you
Hi.
do. We need to talk about bells. And I wanted to kind of go through some ideas of like how we make bells. Our go-to ways of making bells. Because you see it all over the place. You see these videos of like, make 26,000 bells in 26 minutes. And just... whatever, man. Stop that nonsense. Let's get real here. Okay. My number one way of making bells in this game, turnips.
Oh, I literally knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Turnips have been very, very good for me.
Yeah.
I started off slow, and that's the one thing I want to stress to people. If you do want to check out turnips, you do want to jump into the turnip game, you want to go slow. You don't want to get crazy. You don't want to go wild the first week. You want to do what's comfortable. Like,
yeah.
I always spend what I feel is comfortable amount. This past weekend, I bought 1,000,000 bells worth.
Yeah.
And I made 600 million bells. Or, I mean, sorry, 6 million bells. 600
oh my
million.
God.
6 million.
Price of you.
No, 6 million bells. The person I sold to was selling for 600 a turnip. That's where the 600 came from.
That's nice.
But the way that I have been doing it is this, and I know people are going to immediately go, "Yeah, but Bobby, you're a YouTuber. You have outlet. You can do." You're right, but I'm willing to help you do it with me, right? My Discord channel. So what we did was Rybo, who does all my computer stuff and helps me do all this tech stuff, he actually created a program that actually queues people up. So if someone gets a really high price, they go, "Hey, I got 500. I got my turnip selling for 500 bells." They will then queue up the queue bot, and then people join, and it creates a list, the order that you join, and then what happens is 2 people at a time will get the dodo code DM'd to them. And then when they're done, they leave the list, and then the next person or the next 2 people get DM'd the dodo code, and then they join and go. It's a nice, easy, calm way to get everybody in and out.
Is it like Turnip Exchange?
I don't know how Turnip Exchange works.
It's like very, very similar, but it's now kind of cluttered. So
yeah. This basically, someone will come in, they'll post it, because we have in one of the channels, one of the Discord server, one of the channels is turnip prices.
Yeah.
So then people will go in and then they list their prices, and then everybody comes in and starts going to those towns and getting them.
Yeah.
It's been great. It really has.
Yeah, turnips. Like I will never ever forget the first time I bought a pocket full of turnips, and I sold them. And I think the first time I actually sold turnips, I sold them for 185 each, which at the time was huge. Whereas now it's kind of considered like kind of low tier, like turnip price, but just the satisfaction, it was great. But it is kind of like like you say, start off slow, and then you'll kind of know where your limits are, because I started off spending 100,000 bells on turnips and getting back about 400,000, and then I slowly kind of built on that each week. So now I'm at a point where I actually don't need to do the whole turnip thing anymore, because I'm kind of like where I want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is I think you also have to gauge where you're at.
Yeah.
So for me, my home loan is paid off.
Yeah.
I paid Nook back completely. I just paid the last loan the other day. a couple weeks ago because I was finally like, okay, I guess I'll give him 2 million bells for the
Yeah.
last one. But for me, it's like it's been what it is. Uh, the other thing that what I was doing early on was I was catching butterflies during the day because there's a couple butterflies that can pull like 4,000, 5,000 bells a clip. So what I did was I set up hybrid areas, a bunch of hybrid flowers. Hybrid flowers will typically draw in
Yeah.
the money butterflies. So, and that's what you want to kind of do. You want to work on that as well. That's another good aspect to things. The other thing too, bugs are always a big thing for me
Yeah.
for doing stuff. Tarantula Island was a thing. I did that numerous times. I haven't done a Scorpion Island.
I've not done a Scorpion Island.
But I wanna throw this out there before it comes out.
Hmm.
What's gonna happen next is gonna be huge, and that's gonna be a Beetle Island, and
Oh.
those are bank. Once
Yeah.
we hit the summertime,
Huge.
you're gonna find that you're gonna want to go to an island. You're gonna want to clear it out, very similar to the way you did with the tarantulas and the scorpions. And then
Leave it.
you're going to want,
Yeah.
you want to keep the palm trees. The only thing you're going to want to keep are palm trees.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't keep all four. I'd keep maybe two,
Yeah.
if that. And then but two would be good because that way you could go from one side of the island back to the other, back and forth, and hopefully
Spawns off
yes,
off camera, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So you'll
Yeah.
scare, and if there's like a stupid bug on it, like a moth, you can scare that off, and then go back to the other side, and it'll respawn. But I think that's where we're going to really make some serious money. Because you're talking...
That's my favourite thing, especially on New Leaf, going to the island and just going round and round and round. I used to do that literally all the time.
Literally
so
just spawning them up the whole time. Now, the... when I look at different things that are out there right now, there is some really good phone apps that I would recommend people getting to help with your cataloging and stuff so you know what's coming up and what's not. Because the strategy guide, people are having me personally, I'm having a real hard time getting. It's ridiculous. But I always use the strategy guide to kind of help me along with that. But I just want to give people like an idea of, we have catchable bugs that are in May and all that stuff. But I would like to really jump into the other months and show people like really what's out there, because that's the crazy thing is the beetles really are like here's a new one, a giraffe stag beetle.
Yeah. Oh, I've not heard of that. That is
that's brand new. 12,000 bells, and that spawns on palm trees.
Yeah.
Golden stag beetle. Palm trees.
One of my faves.
12,000 bells. Goliath beetle.
Yeah.
8,000 bells. So these are all big,
Wait, has the golden stag gone down then? Because in New Leaf it was 15,000 for the golden stag beetle.
Maybe, but that's what it is right now.
Oh, Nintendo, what are you doing?
The horned Atlas beetle is 8,000 bells. The horned elephant beetle is 8,000 bells. Horned Hercules beetle is 12,000 bells. These are all beetles that are going to come out from like different times of the year in the summertime and all that stuff that are going to be big money bugs. Like these are the things that you're going to want to go after.
Like these as well. Like it's not going to be a case of like there's so many of them that are going to be coming out. It's like literally perfect.
Like July, August is when in the northern hemisphere, July, August is when the golden stag hits. In June, September is when the Goliath beetle hits. So you're going to get it all summer long. We're going to have these big money things, and that's what you're going to want to go after.
I can't wait to see the flick commissions. That's what I'm gassed for.
Ooh, because that's even more. What is there any other things that you do to make money?
Actually, yes, there are a couple of things. I'll whiz through them. So specifically at the start of the game, there are two things. The first thing is when you go to an island, get a different. If you go to an island that doesn't have your native fruit, just pick up the fruit there,
Mm-hmm.
and then plant some trees. And then after what 3 or 4 days, then they'll then
Have fruit.
drop.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll then like you can then shake them, and then I think every 3 days after that they
Yes.
regrow
Mm-hmm.
fruit. So I'm pretty sure a pocket full of non-native fruit, I think, can sell for about 60 to 80,000 bells.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you're first starting out, or even if you have a friend that could just mail you,
Yeah.
and you just sort of build on it slowly. Another thing is every day, if you check Nook's Cranny for what their hot item is,
Yes.
if it is a DIY based item. I don't know if it always is, but for example, I had the frying pan was a hot item. I made about 30 of them and I sold them for I think about 6,000 bells each.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always worth checking that out.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like buying and selling and trading with your friends, that's another
Orchards.
thing.
I want to talk about orchards real quick.
Yeah.
I do have a video on my channel about orchards and the proper way for placement. The one thing is, if you're an old head playing, what I mean by that is you've played previous Animal Crossing games, the orchard system is very different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Meaning you can't grow straight up the way we used to. You have to actually grow the trees elsewhere, then transplant them and put them into the rows the way you did. The way it is the easiest way to explain this is if you look at a checkerboard.
Yeah.
Or a chessboard. You would, let's just say you want to plant a tree in every black spot. So you're going to go black, white is empty, black is a tree, white is empty, black is a tree, white is empty. That's how you're going to plant them. You're going to transplant them. Now, you might be sitting there going like, well, how do you transplant, Bobby? It's simple. Eat a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
And then you could dig up the entirety of the tree and you can plant that tree wherever you want to.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that's probably the ways that I go about it. And listen, I'm not acting like this is the only ways to make a lot of money. It's not. There's other ways out there to make a lot of money. I just wanted to kind of help people get out the gates pretty quickly and find some quick, easy ways.
Especially, and I suppose we can kind of cover this more in another video, but at the start of this game in particular was just a bit more of a slow burn for me. So the kind of money making situation wasn't as kind of quick as it was in other games. So it's I think what we've kind of covered can definitely help people get out there.
Exactly. So
pay off their fast loan.
So for now, that is all. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Follow myself and Holly over. You can follow Holly over on Twitter at Holly Crossing with 2 I's. You can follow me Instagram, Twitter at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye.